Rolling.
I'm Luke. Today on Auto Darts, we're releasing a new product. This is Crooked Cousin. Let's get going. Whoops, let's do that again. I'm Luke. Today on Auto Darts, we're checking out the newest member to the Crooked Flippin' No. We're gonna start over. I'm Luke. Today on Auto Darts, we're checking out the newest member to the Little Rocket family, the Crooked Cousin. Let's get going. Today I've got Tarik with me here. He is the designer of the Little Rocket and the Little Rocket Proud Papa. Little Rocket is a neat little handheld blaster that you can fire in your hand, while Proud Papa is a Picatinny or other rail mount blaster that can mount on any rail on your blaster. If you haven't seen our video on Little Rocket and Proud Papa, we'll put that up above here and down in the description. Now, today we're releasing and announcing the latest version, and Tarik's here to talk about it.
Yeah, so this is the Crooked Cousin, and it's angled foregrip. I know some people are going to be using this as pump grips, but it's designed to be a foregrip. And it works for every trigger and barrel combinations that worked for Little Rocket and Proud Papa. And also, most of the rods work except for the paracord, because we made it really short to work with the other two blasters, and this one is slightly longer. So we have a slightly longer version of the paracord. That's gonna, when you order this one, will come with it.
Little Rocket Crooked Cousin, like all of its other siblings, can fire a variety of ammo with a really innovative little twist lock barrel system. These barrels are available in pretty much every ammo type that exists, and we're adding more as time goes on with plans for both Hyper and what's the other? Vortex.
Vortex, yep.
But of course it can fire all the standard ammo types like Rival, Elite, Short Dart. We've got a triple Elite barrel, and we've got a triple inline Short Dart barrel. We've also got options for Boomco, and that's all of them.
We didn't forget the Ultra, did we?
We forgot the Ultra. Additionally, regarding the ammo types, we are working on a rocket barrel. Due to the smaller air volume of this blaster, it's a little tricky to get the performance metrics that we want to see. Right now, we've got rockets shooting, what, 20, 25 feet?
Yeah, give or take.
I'd like to get it a little farther, so we're still playing with that, but we will have that option in the future. We found that with Little Rocket, and Proud Papa, they've been very popular, but overwhelmingly the most popular place to put them was either on top of the blaster or down here.
Yeah. So as you can see, the trigger is in the back. We've tested a couple. Originally, I wanted this to be rotatable so you could pick the different triggers, but I found that no matter how you did it, you ended up accidentally pressing on the trigger. And this is why we say it's a foregrip and not a pump grip, because you can rest your hand here, and anytime you need, you can just rotate your thumb back here and hit the trigger. So found the perfect compromise. It's very difficult if it's pointing straight at you to tell somebody switch their hand grip. So it's really good at sneaking up and hitting somebody with a mega, popping a shield, and they would never expect it to come.
I think this is going to be one of the more effective versions and variants in the family, simply because it makes sense as a foregrip. It's a good place to rest your hand. It's really easy to just panic, hit that button when something's close. I mean, I think at our games, I'm going to use it for Mega, because Mega is shield piercing at our games, and maybe eventually Rockets, where we have Rockets or shield breaking. So having all that functionality kind of packed in a nice, neat little foregrip is, to me, kind of the ultimate method of using this system. The Crooked Cousin is really best suited for any blaster that's got a front rail. This is the Percy's. Obviously, this makes a pretty good slick setup. And you could put on a variety of ammo types. Here we've got the Rapid Strike, similar deal. Nice, comfortable foregrip, and you're kind of good to go. It also can be used on blasters like the Lynx, where you're actually going to use it as the prime. It's a foregrip, not a pump grip, so you're not going to be able to wrap your thumb around the back, because that is ultimately where your trigger is. But even on this 250 feet per second Lynx, I find it very easy to prime and fire. Makes a pretty slick little setup. I think this is going to be one of my first gameplay loadouts when we get back to games here just next month in July. It's also compatible with blasters like the Nexus Pro right out of the box, because we got a Picatinny rail up front here, And upcoming blasters like the Max Striker will certainly be working on rail adapters so that you can get these on that blaster as well. One of my favorite use cases is, of course, with our actual blaster. Now that we've got the Proton Pack released, obviously that's going to be my primary end war loadout. It's going to be my big HvZ loadout. I currently have been running around carrying socks. So I'm literally all day long, 8-9 hour day, holding onto a couple socks as my last ditch effort in case something happens to the pack. Funny thing, I never actually had to use the socks because the pack didn't fail me, but this is going to be my replacement for that because not only can you activate rev and fire like you would normally, but with your back finger you can fire the Crooked Cousin, which I think is just awesome. And what I just shot out there was actually 6 short darts because the triple allows for 6 rounds. So you're in that like last, kind of panicky effort of someone running at you. You've always got that option to just pop it off. Or in the case of End War, I mean, they've started adding some specialty ammo, I believe, too. Don't quote me on that, but some games have specific ammo types required for specific zombie bosses. One question and comment we definitely got a lot online was how the naming came about. And some people seem to think that Proud Papa had to do with me having my second baby, but that was definitely not the case. So talk more about the naming scheme.
Yeah, so all the names are alliterations. So Proud Papa, proud comes from the UK term for something that sticks out like a proud button on a flashlight. And then Crooked Cousin came from the fact that it is crooked. So other family members are going to have some hint as to what they are if you find out the name, though we're not going to be sharing that anytime soon.
You think it would be really simple to just take Proud Papa here and just bend the barrel at an angle and you're good to go, but turned out it was a little more difficult than that.
Yeah, I wish it was that the case. So the problem when it comes with printing, as always, so ended up having to be 2 pieces. Now when you have 2 pieces, now you got a joining problem. I gotta have to spend more hardware getting it together, putting it together, and you can see that my progress of trying to figure out how to make this work, try and get it to fit and so forth. Then I saw these Zinc and the Gecko, and I noticed that they have some very interesting cut angles that they do to print their stuff. So what I started messing with was the idea of changing the angle. So the bottom now is not a straight cut, but it's slightly angled, and I tried different ones. Here you can see which one will give you the best look. And then after that, once I figured that out, I tried to put on grooves, but that was the worst idea I've had. This was very uncomfortable. And then when we moving back to a more straight, narrow part, so you can't see really here, but there's pencil mark. That's my wife. She does all the styling because I have no artistic ability whatsoever. And so she drew it out with a pencil what it would look like, and in one go, she managed to get most of it. You can see this is a little bit too deep, and this is something that we change in the final version. And then once I handed it to Luke to give his feedback, we got in for a much more circular base. So you can see here between these two, this is much more flatter, and that's much more circular here. So this fits even better comfort.
Feels great in the hand, ultimately. It's the design process is really fun, and one of my favorite things about the hobby right now is that everybody's making 3D printed blasters. There's probably 100 new blasters in the last 2 years, and we can look at what others have done and apply some of those concepts or printing techniques to a completely different blaster. And that's one of the more interesting things about the hobby growing and 3D printing kind of blowing up in our hobby overall. I think it's really important to keep supporting all of the different community creators out there. I buy both retail and kits and print a variety of different blasters, and Tarik does the same. We'll generally not print the identical blasters, but we like to just see what everybody's doing, and I think it's great to support all kinds of makers all across the hobby space. We have a lot more coming on the shop, and we're really excited to get this out to you. We would love to hear your thoughts on the whole platform down below. Obviously, this isn't our last one. It took us about 7 months to get to this, which was number 3 in the series. Considering we moved, I had a baby, and things have been genuinely kind of crazy in the world. I think that's pretty decent. Really appreciate you all watching. Do hit that like button and subscribe for more if you made it this far. Until next time, this is Tarik. I'm Luke. No, I'm out of darts.
You're both.
And I'm out of darts.
We're leaving that in.
When your sidearm needs some help, you've got a lot of options there too, obviously. I can't do this one. It's not a very good candidate. But hey, this one's pretty good.
Yeah.